Right then, I've been just setting out for where all the ceiling rails are going to go. So over here, because the board's at 2.5 metres, it's recommended you set out at 500 centres. So basically what's happened, if I climb up, we've got markings every 500 centres, and what that means is when we put the first board up, it'll butt up against there, and then and at 2.5 there'll be a join, and then it'll flow on the whole way across. Basically saves on messing around with doing any cuts or anything like that. Also, another thing that I've done, because we've got to put this cavity wall in to allow for the insulation, 150mm cavity, what I've done is I've come off the wall and marked where 150 is, which is there, and then measured back 50mm. So the reason for that is when we put this stud wall in here, if we put a rail in there ready, we've got somewhere to fix to. Now if I'd have just put it there without thinking, at a later date we'd come to put this top track up and there'd be no fixing. So being a smart ass, I've just moved the rail out a little bit further so we've got a decent fixing. It's little things like that when you're in the game, you sort of, you know to do these sort of things, so it just saves a little bit of time and effort sorting it out at a later date. Right, I'm just waiting around for Wayne now, so I'm going to sit down and chill out. There's nothing really else I can do apart from labouring outside, and it's hot, so I'm not going to bother. Bonjour, good morning, it is Saturday. Got to get the job done. Right then, so the ceiling, the suspended ceiling system I'm putting in. It's a fairly basic, easy to do system if you know what you're doing. The two main components are these, which we call these hangers back home. So that's what they look like. And for that's this. This is what we use for fixing the ceiling too. We call them rails back home, or top hat. That's one of the trade names. It's pretty simple. So basically what's happened is I've measured off the wall. Like I said, I'm putting the first one in position to take the wall that comes up, just to save on fixing. So basically I mark the center line, put a hanger here, all the way at the other end I put a hanger in the same place, and then I've pinged a line, so this line has been pinged, and then you just put the hangers in line with the line and you just hook it over into there. So as long as it's sitting in there, you're as straight as it needs to be. And then it is as simple as smashing the furrow, the top hat, the rail, whatever you want to call it, into position, which I will try to show you now. Right, so you can get this in 5.3 metre lengths. I bought the 3 metre just because I'm on my own. It just makes life a bit easier for managing it, because 5 metre lengths are obviously quite hard to work with. So it's literally a case of offering it up, and then a friendly tap. Right. So that's how it clips in, see it just sits in there. And the good thing about this system is, see, it's got a bit of movement. That's good, because obviously as the building contracts and expands, through the seasons, that little bit of movement will prevent cracking, which, is something that does happen over here. Where you have the join here, you do get this little bit of metal that, it's like a metal sleeve that goes in between the two, or you can just use a bit of wood. I'm going to use a little bit of wood because I've got plenty of offcuts, so I'll carry on putting the rest of this top hat in, and we'll just progress along. It's very slow and painful work because it's all at height. If it was, like normal height, you'd just be doing it off a hop up, it'd be quite quickly, but with this I've got to keep dragging the scaffolding around, and it's not easy, but I will persevere as always. Bonjour, good morning. It's a Saturday, there's something or other, I have no idea. I'm just doing the last 2 rows on this suspended ceiling system I'm putting up at the house, so let's do some high speed magic till it's done. Right then, that's that, a ceiling all done. My next job in here is to start prepping the floor. We need to start thinking about first fixing, but we can't first fix until all the stud work's up. And to put all the stud work up means getting the flooring down. So that consists of the insulation, which is the Celtex just over there. We'll get that down. Then we put a membrane down, and then we put our plastic water pipe down for the underfloor heating system, and then we get our liquid screed poured over the top of that. We let that go all nice and hard, and then we can come in and build all the rest of the frameworks up, and then we can first fix. Right, so I'm just going to do a bit of prep work, and then we'll start putting some insulation down. Right then, I've done all the necessary prep work that I need to start with the next phase, which is going to be putting the insulation down. Basically, as I go, I'm going to be sweeping the floor, which means lots of dust, so I'm going to put the face mask on as I go. Basically, I'm going to start in that corner and just work up and down, up and down, up and down, putting it in place. So, yeah, let's go high speed as always. Right, with this 100mm stuff, obviously the blade's not deep enough, so one of the quickest and easiest ways is just a saw. Right, that's it, all done. Nice insulated shiny floor. Working's dangerous. Just touched a saw on it a second ago, I didn't even know I'd done it. Right,
now this is all done, we can't really do a lot in here. Just going to get left now until we sort out the roof. So yeah, till the next time.